Good morning, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that affects all of us, whether we realize it or not. We all know that satisfying feeling of tossing a bottle into the blue recycling bin, believing we're helping the planet and doing our part for the environment. For decades, we've been told recycling is key to protecting the environment and that every small action counts toward a greener future. But what if I told you this routine isn't as effective as we think? What if the story we've been told is only part of the picture? The recycling system faces huge challenges, from contamination to market demand, and many items we recycle never get a second life as new products. Instead, much of it ends up in landfills or incinerators, contributing to pollution and wasting valuable resources. The idea of a circular economy is inspiring, promising a world where nothing goes to waste, but the reality is far more complicated than it seems. It's time to look beyond the bin and ask, where does our waste really go after we recycle it? What happens next in the journey? Let's pull back the curtain and discover the truth about recycling and what it really means for our planet's future. The numbers tell a sobering story. In the US, we recycle and compost only about 32% of our waste, meaning most of it is buried or burned. This means that a significant portion of our waste ends up in landfills or is incinerated, contributing to environmental pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Plastics are even worse. Just 5 to 6% actually get recycled. The rest often ends up polluting our oceans, harming marine life, and breaking down into microplastics that contaminate our food and water. For every 20 plastic bottles you recycle, only one becomes something new. The rest are either downcycled into lower quality products or discarded. For years, the US shipped plastic waste to China, but in 2018, China stopped accepting it. This decision was part of China's national sword policy, aimed at reducing pollution and improving the quality of imported recyclables. Suddenly, American cities had nowhere to send their recyclables. This led to a buildup of waste and a scramble to find alternative solutions. Many recycling programs were scaled back or canceled. Communities struggled to manage the overflow of recyclables, leading to increased costs and logistical challenges. Items once recycled now go straight to landfills. This not only wastes resources but also exacerbates the environmental impact of waste disposal. This crisis exposed a major flaw. Our system relied on other countries to handle our waste. It highlighted the need for a more sustainable and self-sufficient approach to waste management. Now, we're left to face the consequences. The challenge is clear. We must rethink our approach to recycling and waste management to create a more sustainable future. Why is recycling so hard to get right? Contamination is a big reason. Greasy pizza boxes, plastic bags, or dirty containers can ruin entire batches of recyclables. Sorting is another challenge. Facilities struggle to separate the many types of materials we use. Many items, like coffee cups with plastic linings, are nearly impossible to recycle. On top of that, recycling only works if there's a market for the materials. Often it's cheaper for companies to use new materials than recycled ones. When demand drops, recycling programs can't cover their costs. Until recycled materials are the smart business choice, recycling will keep struggling. Our blue bins promise more than they deliver. Plastic is the toughest recycling challenge we face today. It's everywhere in our daily lives, from packaging to household goods, and yet dealing with it responsibly is a massive struggle. There are countless types of plastic, but only a handful, like water bottles and milk jugs, are widely accepted by recycling programs. These are the exceptions, not the rule. Most plastics, such as yogurt cups, takeout containers, and food wrappers, end up tossed in the trash. They're rarely recycled, even if we put them in the right bin. Unlike glass or aluminum, plastic loses quality every time it's recycled. Each cycle makes it weaker, more brittle, and less useful for making new products. This process, called downcycling, means we constantly need to produce new virgin plastic to create high-quality goods. Recycled plastic just can't do the job alone. Making brand new plastic is surprisingly cheap, thanks to abundant fossil fuels. As a result, companies have little financial incentive to choose recycled plastic over new material. Because of these challenges, most plastic that enters the recycling system never actually gets recycled into something new. It's often rejected or downcycled into lower quality products. Shockingly, an estimated 91% of all plastic ever made has not been recycled. That's billions of tons of waste accumulating over decades. Instead, it's piling up in landfills, clogging our waterways, and polluting beaches and natural habitats around the world. Clearly, recycling alone can't solve our plastic problem. We need bigger solutions, rethinking how we use, produce, and dispose of plastic for a cleaner future. It's easy to feel discouraged, but giving up isn't the answer. The best solution starts with reducing and reusing before recycling. Choose products with less packaging and opt for reusables whenever possible. Repair, donate, and repurpose items to keep them out of the waste stream. These habits ease the burden on recycling systems and conserve resources. We also need better recycling technology and policies that make companies responsible for their products' entire life cycle. Building strong markets for recycled materials is crucial. Real change requires action from individuals, businesses, and governments. Remember, reduce, reuse, then recycle. With smarter choices, we can create a more sustainable future.